So not too long ago, this little game called Peak came out, and well, it took the internet by storm. The creators of Going Under and Another Crowd's Treasure and the creators of Haste and Cluster Truck came together recently to make this fun multiplayer chaos game called Peak, making this fun little logo and group called Lime Crab for their joint venture. But me and my friends have been truly enjoying this experience, and I thought, why not draw our characters, these crazy little guys? It might be fun, right? Let's go through my process to bring this drawing to life. So before I started, I wanted to plan the drawing best I could without sketching it yet. But I knew I didn't want to draw all the round guys. I wanted to practice human anatomy and using models, so I just grabbed a few images here and there to understand the pose and things like that. So to get a kind of feeling, I grabbed the Peak promo image of them climbing up the mountain. Then I brought in some screenshots of us in the game, just a few things I thought could give me some ideas, and that's when I saw these. The screenshots I grabbed when we finished the game all together for the first time. Alive, at least. We finished it the day before, but only the two of us were alive, so with these pictures in, I figured out that this would be my drawing setting and poses, with the one on the bottom right being the main reference. Now, with all that reference gathered, it's on to... Like I said before, I wanted to practice drawing with 3D models, more human-shaped characters, not the little guys from the game, so I went ahead and booted up Cascador. I'll make a full video on this soon, since it's quite a great drawing tool, actually. If you want to see that soon, comment down below and I'll show you my process over there and the basics of the program. But of course, you can find that online if you do want to find it yourself, but it's a 3D animation software, so it's not, those aren't tailored to the drawing process. So you can find my video if you're interested. I'll try and work on that very, very soon. But anyways, it has great posing mechanics, which is a big deal in 3D animation software, so usually it's quite difficult, actually, but this program uses IK, or inverse kinematics. Other people can and have explained this better than me, but basically inverse kinematics means you can grab the end of a joint chain, like the hand here, and move it around with the rest of the bones falling into place. Instead of moving the body, then the shoulder, then the hand, inverse kinematics makes posing like this much easier and quicker. And Cascador's system poses the human body in the most natural way possible due to, I guess, just the way it works and their mocap data and stuff like that. But anyways, it's been the easiest tool I've ever found for posing 3D models, and it's free. Or at least to use it in this way. I don't think you can export 3D animations to other programs and things like that in the free version, but that's not an issue for us here. We'll just be screenshotting it anyways. But to start out, I pulled in one of the default models. I believe this is one of the default Unreal models. I just got one of the male ones that I liked. And then from there, I started the posing process. First getting the character to sit, so I locked the motion to staying looking straight, then brought the hips point down, then onto the little tweaks like flattening the hand on the seat, moving the feet where I wanted it, and giving the body this like angry expression. I wanted to convey that feeling. I'm just gonna call him the orange guy, but like he does on the left of the screenshot from the game. I tried to bring out that expression with the face and the hand movements, and I hope that shows. But anyways, with the first character pose, it was time to import the middle character, purple guy. I did the same things, move the hand to the positions I needed them. Hands are so hard to draw, and having the model posing system be so easy for the fingers is great here. It takes literal seconds to get the simple pose like this, but now the middle pose is done, and on to the blue guy on the right. These were of course quite quick to get, since I could copy and paste the poses on new models. Within 20 minutes, the poses were done start to finish, with the last 5 minutes being little tweaks here and there. Then it was finally time to set the camera up in the program. I just wanted to get the view and perspective the way I really liked, so I added this camera in and messed around for a little while trying to get the idea in my head onto the screen. But now that's all done, it's time to screenshot and move into Clip Studio. With the poses done, it's finally time to align our screenshot to the canvas. I mostly keep to the 3D models instead of using it like a practice and just having it off to the side. I posed these 3D models for like 30 minutes, believe me. I'm gonna be using them. So the first thing I actually did was draw the expression on these models. Since the 3D characters are there, they work like a base or a sketch kind of, right? So I went to sketch in the face and make the expressions I wanted first before even messing with the body. I usually have more issues going from full body illustrations to adding the face/head then going the other way around. I think. It's been a while since I've drawn in general, so don't quote me on that. It's been a bit. I really want to improve more soon though. I'll keep working at it, and these videos help motivate me a ton to keep going, so that's really nice. I really do like that a lot. It's quite helpful to have this two birds with one stone kind of thing. I get a drawing and I also get a video, which is very, very fun. But anyways, yeah, after sketching the faces, I outlined the body generally, trying to exaggerate some motions and positions until it looked the way I liked. Hats and clothing were sketched above or within that layer. I just kind of clean up my line art to get a good enough degree, since I prefer that look. It's also a lot more work to go back in and do that, but I've been using this certain brush and it just kind of works that way for me, so I'm happy with it currently. But I want to try out that cleaner manhwa webtoon style soon, so I need to do more studies and switch back to the pen pressure brush soon. But yeah, character by character, I started adding the clothes and the accessories. Having the reference of pretty much what I wanted was great. I could of course gone out to look for the shirt and fold reference as well as for the witch hat, but I think I did an alright job with this without actually finding specific references. The game in-game picture was still pretty good, and I wanted to keep kind of towards that, right? After cleaning up all the line art and adding those dark black shadows in certain places, the lines were pretty much done. Now on to color, the part I was so excited for, but also dreading the most. Color is not my strong suit. I don't understand mixing colors in physical mediums, and I don't understand color theory that well. No matter how many classes I took and videos I watched on the subject, it just never stuck. Although I say I was excited because I watched this Mark Brunette video on how to actually pick harmonious colors, and it gave me a bit of help to my coloring. It gave me some ideas, and I wanted to try it, right? While I was happy with the end result, of course, it could always be better. But also, could have been better if I just spent more time on it. I kind of rushed. I was getting tired, so I finished it off pretty quickly, but I was just getting exhausted. I hadn't drawn anything this long in a while, and most of my drawings were just sketches up to this point for, I don't know, forever, so I was getting exhausted with doing this. But anyways, back to the beginning of the color part. I started off by separating the characters into their own layers, just putting a white fill on the whole character so I could go in and color it later easily. Everything was separated properly, and the only issue would be finding the right layer later on, but that's fine. I then started to grab the main colors that were a part of the uniform. Here I was deciding on using the purple skin or not, but I went against that idea. I ended up slowly trying the right combination of green, red, yellow, and slowly something started to form, I guess. Like I said, color isn't my strong suit, and I'm just going off what I think looks good, so that's that. It was looking alright. Base colors were in, and then I started to do the same with the others, trying to keep in mind the colors that were supposed to pop and bring attention, being more saturated and a color that just draws the eye, like you know, red. The orange of the hat, the yellow of the goggles, and the purple of the hat all seemed to draw the eye pretty well, so I kept them like that. After all the base colors were in, I thought it might be a good time to add the background. I did think already that it would be covered by the peak logo here, so I just kept it simple. Also, I didn't want to color or detail in that much, so I flubbed it all. This is me getting back into drawing properly after a break, okay? It's fine for me to start slow. It's been a little while. Summer's been a busy time with family, friends, and videos, and I haven't had that much downtime to draw as much as I would like to. And I probably have the time, I've just been putting it off, I'm not gonna lie. So now the line art for the background was in, and I went ahead and added some color to it. I thought about making it monochrome color palette kind of thing, but that idea just kind of fell out after a while. It ended up being this very lightly colored thing with some shading in it, and came out alright. Well, it's not really highlighted in the final drawing, it ended up being covered up, but I think that's okay. I really want to practice drawing people more than backgrounds, and backgrounds aren't usually in my original idea. I usually just think the characters and their poses, and obviously the models help a lot with that, but I just kind of don't enjoy backgrounds as much. Maybe if I get better at them, I will enjoy them a little bit better, but I honestly don't know. It would be a test, right? I would have to practice, and you know, maybe we'll do a video just going over backgrounds and learning backgrounds, because I think that'd be quite fun. It would give me the motivation also to learn backgrounds, but I think it's fine for now. We'll get to that when we get to that. But yeah, on to the last part of the coloring, which was the shading and some skin shadows. That's kind of the only layer I rendered because I was getting tired, but I think it matches the vibe and my style that I've been going for a while. I think it's fine. I then added the standard yellow glow dodge layer on top of the color folder and the dark blue soft light layer as well. These bring a lot of depth to the drawing and really make them pop quite a bit more, so it's something that I usually do. I don't know if it's cheap, but it's an easy way to make the drawings look a little bit nicer, I think. Then I don't think I got footage of it, but the peak logo was added in behind the characters, and the white outline was added to the characters as well. Something very simple with the outline layer selection thingy. I do it for a lot of thumbnails, or I definitely used to in the past, and I do it for all my text stuff. It can be added to any layer in EzArtStudio, which is very nice, but I added the peak logo as well as the characters, so it makes them pop a little nicer. Especially since I've been doing a lot of thumbnails recently, this feels like I was making a thumbnail, so that's why it probably looks like one. I've been thinking about thumbnail art very much so for the Minecraft channel, but anyways, that's the end of our drawing. Well, what do you all think? Did I do all right? Any thoughts on how to improve this drawing and my art as a whole? I'm still learning, so I'll accept any good critiques, but anyways, thank you all for watching. If you want to keep up with me, you can find me at Easy Things doing old school modded Minecraft Let's Plays. We upload 3 times a week over there, so if that's your thing, I'd love to see you all there. The Speakeasy and the Duocast as well, all links are on my card. I hope you had a good stay here on the EzArtStudio, and I'll see you all again very, very soon in the next video. Hope you have a great day and a great night, and I'll see you all in the next one, hopefully. See you guys then. Bye.